Okay, I'm live. Already. Cool. Let's put this maximum cameras here, the computer's there. Don't get confused. Hello, people from Earth. How are you today? Today we will talk about something very nice. Writing and listening skills. How to improve them, how to be good at the test, the FCE, the IELTS, any tests for leveling. Yeah, you want to enter a school. Oh, just let me. There you go. Sorry for the noise. You want to be good at a leveling test. You want to enter a nice level in a language school at the university, or you have to do FCE or IELTS, CAE, those complicated tests. Great. Now it's time for you to understand how to improve yourself. Okay? So if you're seeing this now, say hello. All right? Say hi where you're watching this from. If not, well, you can watch. That's what the best part about everything that we produce is. You can watch anytime you want. Okay? As many times as you want. Let's begin. It's very hot here in Dublin. I'm actually melting here. It's super hot inside the studio. It's summer, but I'm here. Let's work. Let's talk about where is my eraser? That's a good question. Huh. People took my eraser. They took my eraser. A second. I'm back. Okay. So guys, let's begin with writing. Yeah, writing is a big problem for many people. Some people, they say, teacher, I don't have enough vocabulary. How to improve your writing before we talk about techniques. Guys, for writing, okay? There is no two ways about it. How to improve your writing? Read a lot. Okay, read a lot, guys. You have to have vocabulary. Teacher, what should I read? Guys, it can be from newspapers, okay, newspapers, to lyrics, okay. You can read anything. You can consume anything as long as it is in English. Close the door. Lives are not subtitled. That's a good question for later. It's a bit hard to subtitle them because they are live. But the recorded lives, we might find a way to do that. Yeah. Okay, so it's a good feedback. Thank you. To subtitle the previous lives. It's a good one. I'm gonna take a note. Guys, read a lot from newspapers to lyrics. Yeah, lyrics from songs. Okay. You can read even Facebook posts. Okay, whatever. Facebook posts. Guys, whatever you like, whatever you prefer, but read. Facebook. Follow pages in English. Stop following people who post stuff in your language, Spanish, Portuguese. Stop following them, or I don't know, follow more people who post things in English, or like more pages that post only things in English. Facebook posts, guys, newspapers, lyrics, anything, and of course, okay, thank you, teacher. You're welcome, buddy. And of course, anything else that is readable. Okay. Now, you have to acquire vocabulary, and That is the only way. Because, but teacher, I listen to a lot of things. Well, if you don't read, you just listen to what people say. Okay, you know many words, but by people talking to you, by hearing, and you don't know how to write, you're going to have a problem. So you have to read to write. This is extremely connected. Now, guys, you can even read books. Yeah, try to get books your level. All right, try to get books. Try to read subtitles. But we have researches that prove that subtitles only work if you're watching in English. Okay, the audio is in English and the subtitle is in English. If you're watching the movie or the series you prefer in Spanish, for example, and the subtitles are in English, you will not learn. You absorb around 15%, not 50, not half, 15% of the vocabulary. It's not good. Whereas if you're watching something in English with the subtitles in English, you absorb 70%, up to 70%. Okay. Now, of course, this varies depending on the person, but you can get up to 70%. That's a lot. Anyway, now, what are the structures people ask you to write about? First of all, we have the classic, okay, essay. Now, for the essay, we have the classic structure. Yeah? The classic structure is, can I write this? Yeah. Introduction. Okay. So let's say 3, okay? Let's put 2 to 4 maximum, okay? Sentences, well-made sentences, yeah, well-developed sentences. Of course, they can be composed, made of more than one phrase, of course. Introduction, 2 to 4 sentences. You have, pay attention now, guys, you have to give your idea, you have to give a summary of your essay, of your opinion, of your topic. It's like people read your introduction and they know your opinion. They know your conclusion. Okay? They don't need to see the development to understand what you're going to talk about. But, very important, the rest of the essay is just developing what you introduced. You cannot change the topic. You cannot change the subject. You cannot digress. Otherwise, 0. Okay? Don't change the topic. Don't run away from what you introduced. Now, moving on, after introduction, we are going to have our first paragraph. So, paragraph one is about, okay, topic 1. Of course, you already introduced the topic, but you're going to focus on the topic on itself or one aspect of this topic. So it can be, okay, an aspect of the topic, one part of the topic, or it can be, sorry, I'm running away from the camera. Let's put this right here. There you go. Okay, just boom. Perfect. Okay, one aspect of the topic or developing full topic. You will understand better once you have the full picture. Don't worry. Full topic. Okay? So if I talk about, for example, if I talk about, I don't know, let's say, the water that is being purified in third world countries. Very specific topic, yeah. The water in third world countries. I can talk about one aspect of the topic because in the second one I will change that, or I can develop only one topic. Now, if you choose one or two, it will reflect on what you continue doing. So we have now paragraph 2. Paragraph 2. This will either be, you have two options, remember? Number 1, you will, propose, you will write about a counterpoint. A counterpoint for the first aspect. Okay? A counterpoint of this. So, I talked about one aspect, and now I will talk about the other point. On the other hand, okay, so you usually use on the other hand. However, nonetheless, you will write a counterpoint to this. Teacher, am I contradicting myself? No. You are presenting this side and this side. Now, if you choose to continue, number 2, developing full topic. You have only one opinion, and you will talk about that opinion, and that is it. No, however, no buts. Number 2, you will, of course, continue full topic. Guys, it's very important for you to follow these steps, okay? Maybe try to create your own writing, your own essay, following these steps, and then you can choose, okay, one of them. And now, last but not least, we have, okay, after this all, we have the, put it here, there you go. Now we have the most important part after the introduction, of course, which is the conclusion. The conclusion, guys. This part is going to close your essay with flying colors, okay? If you do great here, people might even forget some mistakes from paragraph 1 and 2. In the conclusion, you have, of course, to conclude. So you can say, in conclusion, therefore, then, or that is why, and then just give your idea. Yeah. Conclusion. You are going to finally choose, okay, the best conclusion for paragraph 1 and 2. But remember, you cannot run away from the introduction. You already gave spoilers in the introduction about the conclusion. So if in the introduction you said you gave the idea that you're going to go against that thing, in the conclusion you have to keep doubling down and say, I'm against that thing. Or if you are going to say that you're a pro, if you're in favor, conclude in favor. Now, if you chose number one, guys, to talk about different aspects, you will now conclude, okay, with a synthesis. Teacher, what is a synthesis? I have this pros or cons and the opposite. Pros and cons, good and bad. And on this hand, on the other hand, you will arrive, okay, to a conclusion, to a synthesis of both, and you will decide if you're against or for something, if you like it or not. Depends on the topic. If you agree or not. And if you go for number two, it's very easy. You are developing your topic, and now you just conclude with, very important, with, okay, with an opinion, guys, with an opinion that is in accordance to your development. If you kept saying for 2 paragraphs that you like pizza, you will not conclude, so I am not a fan of pizza. What? You can conclude this, okay, agreeing, okay, or being faithful, agreeing, conclude with agreeing with the development. Agreeing with the development. You cannot just conclude that with a different opinion. No. Okay? Oh my God, almost 20 minutes already. That's great. All right. So that is the essay. I could talk about emails and the other types, but this is the most important ones. Everybody knows how to write emails. No? I can talk about that in another class because we still have the listening. So remember, introduction, 2 to 4 sentences. It's the summary of your essay. When you write a summary, remember when you read a synopsis of a movie or a series, that is a summary. Paragraph 1, you can choose 2 ways to go, and that will reflect up to the conclusion. Okay? And you have to conclude in accordance with the rest. You cannot just conclude like crazy and change your mind in the last minute. Now, it's time for us to talk about the listening. First, how to improve the listening, teacher. How to improve it. Okay, camera is going crazy. Come back. Come back, camera. I'm right here. Oh, okay. Thought it wouldn't come back. How to come back to paying attention to whatever people say, to understanding them, to getting what they say. Teacher, so hard. Yes, it is hard. But just like the writing is connected to reading, the speaking is connected to listening, and vice versa. So you cannot speak if you don't listen. And listening is, for me, and for many people who study this, is the most important skill. Because language learning is all about the input. It has to enter your head, your ears, of course. You have to absorb it. So listen to everything you can, 24/7, 2 hours per day at least. And in those 2 hours per day, you can listen to songs, okay? In English, of course. Songs, series, in English, of course. Okay? It's Better if you listen to it, the series in English and the subtitles are in your language than the opposite. Okay, than the opposite, of course. The series in English, YouTube videos. Okay, YouTube videos, classes, SEDA classes. If you're here, you have access to classes. Just listen to them. Okay, podcasts. But teacher, I don't understand. Just guys, learning is about adapting. You learned your language when you were a kid. You were saying like papa, mama. And now you can say mother, father. That's an evolution because you just listen and repeat. And now, my favorite tip, where is it? Okay, here. Okay, for people to do better at listening. First of all, a major tip. Okay, people. Okay, will not say ready sentences. Okay, what is this? Ready sentences. People will not say. You have to choose, guys. What is the alternative? John. John likes A, bananas. B, pizza. C, lasagna. The guy is not going to say, hi, my name is John and I like pizza. No. Expect different things to prepare yourself for the interpretation. Now, they will not say ready sentences, guys. Forget about it. Joe is going to say, John or Joe, I forgot. He's going to say something else, but you have to interpret it. He said he is a big fan of pizza, but he loves something else. I don't know. He will not say ready sentences, and that is a problem because people wait for them on the listening to say exactly that. Big mistake. Second, I think they're disappearing here. It's the leprechaun. Second, I don't know what that is. Read before listening. Read a lot before listening. What is that? I'm talking about books. No. In the test, guys, read before listening in a test, or if you're going to listen to lyrics, prepare your brain, read everything. Pay attention to the words they're going to use or the vocabulary that is going to be in the listening, probably. Okay? Read before because you will be prepared for what's coming. You don't need to read the questions during the listening because you're forcing your brain using two skills at the same time. So read before you just know, okay, question 1 is about what he likes, what food he likes. Question 2 is about the name of his girlfriend. You know already, you don't need to look. And better yet, you can decide, sometimes you can decide or decipher what the answer is if you read every question. So question number 1, what food does John like? Banana, pizza, lasagna. In question 6, if we have so many, you're going to say, well, since food loves lasagna, what does Sylvia like? We already have 2 answers there. The name of his girlfriend, for example, and his favorite food. Okay, so what do I do is, we usually have A, B, C, or D. You read, guys, you read them, and you decide, okay? You decide what the most probable answer is before the listening. How do I do? Well, we have 4 options. We have to, before listening, you have to at least get rid of one to make it easier. Okay? So what I do is I use numbers 1, 2, and 3. I start with 3. The least probable for me is 3. So I read C, B, maybe B, but I don't believe it's B. Yeah, number 2 now, a bit more probable. I think number 2, I think A is a bit more probable. And D, I'm going to put number 1. Number 1, okay, you can't see it. Sorry, there you go. Okay. Number 1. Why? Because letter C, I got rid of that option already. For me, it is letter D because it's more obvious. But I still have 2 more options that I think are probable. Number 2 is my second guess, and number 3, it's my third guess. So you start listening and you focus here. Oh, it's not that, forget. Go to 2. Oh, it's this, maybe. Or this, and then you pay attention. If it's not this, boom, it's going to be B. Always works with me. Teacher, is it possible to be mistaken? And the answer is C. Yes. But if you have practice, letter C, once you cut it out, it's always going to be cut out. And you're not going to go back because you lose time. You waste your time. And you have a limited amount of time to do the test. All right, guys. Today was pretty cool. We talked for like almost 30 minutes. Only insights for preparing yourselves to any test, to writing and listening, and a few tips to improve them. What are you doing to improve your writing or listening? Don't forget, calm down, it's the heat. Don't forget that we have here on SEDA College Online, we have courses for you. We have listening courses, we have listening exercises, writing courses, how to improve your writing, creative writing, how to be creative, yeah, exercises, and we have as well listening, I already said, writing, and we have, what, I forgot, reading, of course, reading with listening, so you can listen to the audio, you can read articles, and you can practice with the exercises made for that. We have good ones. We have nice levels. We're focusing now on the advanced level. So guys, if you are advanced, we have material for you. Thank you so much, guys. And I wish you all a happy day or evening and a happy week in general for you. Okay? And we have a surprise for you. We're going to release a challenge very soon. So stay tuned. Thank you, guys. I wish you all a good day or evening. Again, I don't know when you are. Bye-bye.